Hello Whovians, and welcome back to the main channel. Today, we're talking about lost audition tapes from the TV film. Yes, the audition tapes I have found only just yesterday, but these were once considered lost from what I can see, and now they've been found. First of all, let's watch our first clip. This is the sadly recently missed actor, comedian, and all-round entertainer Tony Slattery. Enjoy.
All right, sir?
Yes.
Good, okay. Robin? Yeah. You seem well versed in military history, sir. Who are you?
I'm the doctor.
What sort of doctor are you?
No, I'm not a doctor, I'm the doctor. The definite article, you might say.
And what are you the doctor of?
Oh, darling, many things. There's metaphysics, quantum mechanics, astronomy, medicine, history, temporal engineering, these things one must know.
I've never heard of quantum mechanics.
Yes, hasn't been invented yet.
That's very impressive.
Well, the thing is, I am a genius.
Temporal engineering. Can you engineer time?
Well, let's just say that I tinker. Anyway, back to you, Napoleon, and the last line, which tragically I've forgotten, so I'll just bluff a bit. Yes, your concerns about Waterloo. When I say this,
Don't worry.
It's probably got...
And so, there you have it. That is Tony Slattery audition to play the 8th Doctor in the Doctor Who TV film or TV movie, depending on which term you prefer to use. Now, what's interesting about that is that I've never seen that before until yesterday when I stumbled across it on LinkedIn. I think that it was a really fascinating, interesting look into what would have happened if someone else got the role that wasn't Paul McGann. Now, the thing that confuses me the most is why they never gave the role. They never gave the role of the Doctor to Tony Slattery for Big Finish, because alternate universes and all this, and unbound doctors and whatnot, you could have given him, unless this audition tape that you've just seen wasn't in the public knowledge. That could possibly have happened, because that seems to happen quite often, apparently. I don't know too much information about that, but apparently it happens. So I know that the only one that's available not in black and white and in better audio quality is Paul McGann's audition tape that's available on the official Doctor Who YouTube channel. And so I found this one and it was like, what? And so I was like, ooh, that's very exciting. And there is a clip online somewhere where Tony Slattery does react to his audition. Not seen that yet, but I might do a follow-up video where I talk about that exact video. And so, I personally think that Big Finish could have done so much with him, and I think that if Paul McGann wasn't the chosen one, I think that he would have been in the top 3 to be selected. But I don't think, again, he's not a big American name, so I do think that the outcome would have still been the same, due to the fact that we were not starting from scratch, as in from when the next Doctor's automatically there. We see the regeneration, so I do think that it was already going to be dead in the water either way, due to the fact that they're not making it accessible for new audiences in America. They're making it accessible for fans that were fans of the show previously. Now, our next clip is from someone else that was also on the same type of programmes as Tony Slattery, who sadly missed as well. And it's a lot longer than the other one, because the other one was a minute. This is 5 minutes and 30 seconds. It's the one and only John Sessions.
Very well, thanks. I'm sorry we're keeping people...
No, that...
So, you seem to be quite an expert on military history, eh? What are you? I am the Doctor. A doctor of what? Not a doctor. I am the Doctor. The definite article, you might say. And what are you a doctor of? Oh, a great many things. Temporal engineering, metaphysics, archaeology, history, quantum mechanics, astronomy, medicine, the things one must know. Quantum mechanics. It hasn't been invented yet. Then how do you know about it? Well, I'm a genius, you see. Yes. And you say you're a genius on of quantum mechanics. To what extent? Are you a genius with it as it is, or can you extrapolate from it? It's a fine word, Mr. Bonaparte. I can, in a sense. But let's just say for the moment, to preserve my essential modesty, and I'm a modest man, I'm a concerned man given the events of tomorrow, let us say that I'm a tinkerer. Now, back to our concerns about Waterloo. You realise, of course, that in sending Gerard and Grouchy off on a wild goose chase to separate Blucher from the English army, you're doing precisely what they're doing. They're doing the split, and you're doing the split. You're doing a mirror image. Now, as an intelligent man who began in the 1790s, moving vast cannon emplacements around Italy, chasing the Austrians in circles, I'd have thought the first thing you'd have done would be to consolidate. I've never consolidated. Why not? Why have you never consolidated? Because I like to keep moving. Yes, but you see, one can always keep moving. There are many instances of people in the past who have kept moving. But if you keep moving, the supply lines get broken. I can think of instances later than you. There was a man very like you with a small moustache, started as a painter, bad end, shot himself. Anyway, he kept moving. His supply lines ran out of gas. Gasoline. Petrol. It doesn't matter, I'll come back to it. Things that we will encounter later on, things like fuel and things like that, but what must concern you, Monsieur Bonaparte, is simple things like bullets, things like food. And so, basically, I would hesitate. I would, at any rate, be skeptical about the basic premise of simple movement. There is mobility, it's very good. All the people you read in your academy, people like Alexander, people like that, kept moving, but at the same time were totally aware of the essential need for supplies. Did you go to a military academy? I've been to some. I've been to Santos, Annapolis. I've been around. So you're mobile, in a sense, yes. I'm mobile not in a spatial sense, but in a temporal sense. A temporal sense. Are you being religious? Not remotely. Not temporal and spiritual. Spatial. Yes, don't think of Earth and God. Think of Earth being here and time. I always think of time. Time is essential. Time is of the essence. Quite. Essence. French for petrol. Interesting. No, but the essential fact that I must get across to you, Monsieur Bonaparte, you have lived a certain period of life. You have anticipated events. You have, in a sense, in certain battles. Let's go back to your early campaign in northern Italy, for example, the Battle of Arcola, one of your early great victories. At that stage, you understood that the basic system of attack and defense in the 18th century, all the battles of Marlborough, the English, not cigarette manufacturer, no, the general who won Blenheim, Ramillies, Oudenarde, Malplaquet, it was basically the French and the English, whereas you moved cavalry around, you outflanked, and you outflanked with your cannons. However, you learned from the past and you saw the future. You created the future. Now, just imagine the possibility, Mr. Bonaparte. If instead simply of anticipating the future, one could go to the future and check it. Go to the future and check it. Yes. Do you know my future? Yes. It gets a bit sedentary. What, I sit? Please don't let me sit. I know you have a problem, but it's not so much that you necessarily have to sit, it's that you're in one place. France. No, not France. On the throne of France. No, not on the throne of France. You are on an island. Big island? And no, quite a small island. Think of yourself as a Prospero who will never return. No? C'est triste. Tristan und Isolde, perhaps.
And so, there you have it. That was John Sessions' audition Now, what I found odd about that audition tape is that sometimes I feel like he's talking to himself. When the people behind the camera start laughing, you know he's on to a winner. Again, I don't know why Big Finish didn't utilise him as a option for Big Finish, because you wouldn't have to get issues with licensing and whatnot because they didn't get the role. So he could have done it. So I just think that's still slightly odd. And not everyone will be able to understand that. Not everyone will be able to go, "Yeah." But I just think it's incredibly odd that we didn't get to see or to hear these iterations. There must be millions of auditions out there that could have worked so well on Big Finish, but they never did. So I'm curious to see whether or not it was what I don't know is, was any of these in public knowledge? Did the public know about these, or were these kept secret? Because auditions shouldn't really be shared publicly unless it was say, oh yeah, I auditioned for The Hobbit or whatnot. Not the actual audition tapes shouldn't really be put online, which I don't mind, because it means that fans of Doctor Who and people like me can see these things and go, wow, what would have happened if he was the Doctor? That would have been a completely different universe, and Tony Slattery is a better actor than you think. So is John Sessions. So it would have made it more interesting, more exciting, more glorious. Now, I don't know why one clip is longer than the other. I don't know why the quality is better than one clip than the other, and I don't know why the Tony Slattery clip doesn't have elements in it that the John Sessions clip does. But all I do know is that it's a load of fun. I personally think Big Finish should have done something with them. I don't think they can do it about it now because of the moral issues, due to the fact that they both passed away. And even though we've got impressionists, I think that you can't really impressionist people that wasn't in Doctor Who beforehand. And so I think there we have it. That is a brand new video all about the lost audition tapes. This is an interesting thing I never thought I would find. So I was very excited and very over the moon that I stumbled across this type of thing. These type of things. I do apologise for looking down every so often. I was just making sure that the audio was still recording, and to make sure that the pauses before the clip, during the clip and after the clip were justified, so I can edit it nice and smoothly. So, thank you guys for watching. Time out about. Bye. What do you think of Tony Slattery and John Sessions auditioning for the Doctor? Would you like to see that exist? Let me know in the comment section down below of wherever you're watching this, not just YouTube. You might be watching it on Facebook, you might be watching it through LinkedIn. I don't know where you'll be watching it, but if it's in the comment section where you've clicked the link, then comment down there, not comment where you've pressed the link and it took you to. So if you were watching it on LinkedIn and you press the link, don't comment on the YouTube, comment on the LinkedIn. So, thank you guys for watching. Tom Winterband. Bye! Don't forget to subscribe to the official Tom Mason YouTube channel